How we got here and where do we go from here? Well, it was 2018, Ozempic was brought onto the market. It was FDA approved for type 2 diabetes. And doctors, they started noticing that their patients were losing weight. So in early 2021, Novo Nordisk decided to publish a study on weight loss. And lo and behold, June of 2021, the FDA approved Wegovy, the exact same drug as Ozempic, only that it is FDA approved for weight loss. This study showed that people lost about 15% of their body weight. This is when the supplies started to become very limited. In the meantime, Eli Lilly was making tirzepatide, which was FDA approved as Mounjaro in 2022. Now, it was approved for type 2 diabetics. This medication had two types of peptides, GLP-1, glucagon-like peptide, and P. And basically, the way all of these medications work, it's hormone that is produced in the gut, and it signals the pancreas to secrete some insulin so that you don't have blood sugar spikes. It slows down your digestion, and it slows down emptying of your stomach so that you think that you are fuller, faster, and for a longer period of time. And that's basically how all the GLP-1 medications work. So in 2023, FDA approved zepbound, which again is the exact same as Mounjaro for type 2 diabetes, only this medication was approved for obesity. And in 2023, the demand was for all these medications absolutely skyrocketed, partially because Hollywood, partially because of influencers. And let's not forget Silicon Valley. They all went crazy over these medications. They were the hottest thing since liposuction. They just went crazy. Everyday folks even wanted to get them if they could find them and if they could afford them, whether it was for obesity management or just to lose a couple of pounds. It was becoming harder and harder to get. Even type 2 diabetics were not able to get their hands on it. Supply issues hit us hard, and there were insurance barriers that made it less affordable. This is where compound companies stepped in to help the situation and make available more medication for less prices. Now, many doctors don't approve of the compounded versions of the medication. They only want name brands. But if you do your due diligence and you find a compounding pharmacy that meets all the standards, it should be fine. But that's a decision that you have to make with your doctor. And please do your homework, because there are some fly-by-night pharmacies compounding pharmacies that you just absolutely don't want to use. In the meantime, studies were being done showing that the GLP-1 medication it improved cardiovascular health. It reduced fatty liver, and it helped with sleep apnea, and it also helped with addiction. Not a bad thing to do. And there's new studies that are now showing that these drugs may be helpful to people with Parkinson's, and it may even help prevent Alzheimer's, which is huge. They say 12% of people are less likely to get Alzheimer's if they're taking a GLP-1 medication. They're also studying pain relief for patients with arthritis. Is this a miracle drug? Well, only time will let us know on that. Drug companies are working on the next generation of GLP-1 medications, with new oral medications with fewer side effects and less eating restrictions. Medications like retatrutide, which not only has the GLP-1 and the GIP glucagon receptors, which their results are rivaling those of bariatric surgery. That's incredible. These new oral medications, they don't need refrigeration, which can also help bring prices down. There's a problem with the whole supply chain, the delivery, the pharmacies having to keep these medications cold. Insurance, though, that is still a big barrier with these meds. They don't want to put out the initial costs of the medications since they could easily be between $1,000 and $1,500 a month. And chances are they won't see the outcome, the long-term outcome, because people tend to change insurance companies around every 6 months, whether it's job or just cheaper plan or whatever. That's about the average that a person is on health insurance plan. This all sounds like science fiction, but it's reality. Now, long-term maintenance. What happens when you stop? Do you gain the weight back? Some companies are looking into ways for you to stop taking any of the medications. Several factors come into play, like lifestyle changes, good eating habits, exercise, maybe lower dose medications. Maybe the new oral medications will be more for maintenance. Only time will tell, and only the research will tell us. But it's obviously GLP-1 medication is going way beyond type 2 diabetes treatments. Can we stop type 2 diabetes with these medications? It's possible, even other chronic diseases. Time will tell, and studies will have to tell us if this is how it's going to be. We need more research. What will the next generation of GLP-1 medications look like? Eli Lilly is already working on about a half a dozen new GLP-1 medications, and other companies are working on them as well. After all, it's going to be a $173 billion industry by 2023. Well, thanks for hanging with me. Hope this helped. Please hit that like, subscribe, and notification button. It really does help.